Media Network. If it's your first time tuning into my broadcast, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell up top. Please like and share. Please like and share. Uh, I want to thank everybody who has been uh, supporting us through this journey of this whole homeless situation. I want to give a shout out again to my followers, Devin, for what she has done. I also want to give a shout out to, um, oh man, there's a lot of people here. Not only just Devin, Anthony McQuaid. I also want to give a shout out to Jericho Green. I want to give another shout out to my other supporters, Atomic Tabasco, everybody. So let's jump into this. This morning this morning at first we went and we met with the director that is supposed to help us with housing and tell us why we were at first denied and what was on my son's record that got us denied. Now, if you did not remember that I told y'all this story about my son when I first became a conservative in 2020. I talked about my son having a complete mental breakdown back in Brunswick when he was 17. And when he was 17, he had a mental breakdown. They tried to take him to the hospital, but when they tried to take him to the hospital, he ran, like literally ran from the police. Now, when that happened, the police had to issue some type of warrant on him to get him back into their custody because he was a danger to themselves. So the only thing they could really think of is at the time was to get him for simple battery. And at the time, his brother was 13 years old. So they had to do it at that way. And this is back in 2018. Fast forward, I want to say 4 years later. Was it 4 years? No, 4 years later. And it's 2018. 4 years later, 2022. My son, who once again, medicine was not adjusted right. He had another episode, but he was angry at the gas station attendant at the time. They had this agreement, and when they had a disagreement, he didn't want to walk away because, like I said, he has a very childlike mindset. Cops were called. Cops were going to take him home. At the time we were living at was right next door, but they ran his information because he had his ID on him, and they found out that he had a warrant back in the other county, which is Glenn County in Brunswick, because at that time they did not keep us informed that he had more court dates and all that stuff. They told us the last court date that he was done with this and it was over. So because of that, he got rearrested. He went and got shipped over to Glenn County. When he got to Glenn County, when they finally realized that he had already done his probation, did everything they supposed to say, the judge was like, all right, we're going to dismiss the charges. Well, they said that they had cleaned this off his record and it was be expunged because he was 17 at the time. All right, we go do a background check recently, and what do you know? It comes up. Now, simple battery is a misdemeanor in the state of Georgia, but we're trying to get in a homing environment that's by the state until I could get back on my feet, where you can't have no kind of misdemeanor that involve any physical type of action against someone. Because if you do, they consider you a threat, because a lot of the women that's in this program, it's not only just veterans, there's women in there too, are trying to get away from their abusers. So they want to create an environment where they feel safe, which I understand. It's cool, whatever. I mean, I understand it. I get it. I get it. So we met with the director today. Well, first of all, this director did not give my wife any chance to speak. Shout out to the rudeness of this asshole. Second of all, he kept initially kept saying, well, listen, unless you got something in writing saying that this is totally wrong to be on his report, I can't make the decision and rah 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 rah. And it was like, well, then why did we have the meeting? Because if you already had decided that you were not going to help me with my situation, then why in the world are we here? Because now we're wasting my time, your time, everybody's time involved. So he gives us the case number, which is fair, whatever. And then my wife asked them, can she get a copy of the background check, which is fair. I mean, come on now, I paid for it for you to go and do a background check on me, so I should at least get it back. Well, here we go again. I can't do that. Oh, I'll give you the case number or what it's about, but I couldn't give you that. We got to keep it for our records. What do you mean you got to keep it for your records? You paid a company probably to be able to access my information at any time. You should be able to, if you lost a copy, I got to pay another $45? No, all you got to do is go there, call it, they re-download it for you, and that's that. So to me, that was bogus, but whatever. Okay, fine. That's cool. So we walked out, and this is where we at now. Now, my wife is going to try to call and talk to Glenn County and find out why it wasn't taken off. What can they do? Can they send something in writing for us to get housing? But I don't know. I really doubt it, because y'all know and I know that when it comes to this type of situation, that they want lawyers involved, and that's money right there. So now I have to make another decision on how I'm going to get to another place, because y'all got to remember, I also got an eviction on my record now because of me and my wife, her money getting cut off for hard times. And you all know that people don't care how much of a good report that you get from the previous landlord. If you got evicted and they ask about the eviction, that's going to be like, oh, fuck that. I don't want that dude. He got evicted, no matter what my circumstances is. So now that's where we at. Now I'm trying to figure this all out. Hopefully I can find maybe a private person or whatever in my area, because I don't want to leave Georgia. But if I have to leave Georgia, then I'm going to have to make more arrangements on getting picked up, maybe to go back to either my hometown or to my wife's hometown. We don't, at this point, we have no clue. But what we are going to do is we're going to try to utilize the donations that y'all do give, and I am going to try to see if someone to give us a shot so we can get into a home. That is our goal, because I don't like living with other people or couch surfing, because right now that's what I'm doing. And we already know how couch surfing works. It worked for about at least a good 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, it's over. You got to do hoteling and everything else, because nobody do not want to be crumped up with a lot of people in their home. And that is fine. I respect that. I understand that. So that's my situation right now. Is it sucks? Yes, it does. Yep. Yep, I do. And see, and that's, I'm the same thing, boom, boom. And what is crazy is that it's a misdemeanor. Because when you say simple assault is usually when two people might get physical with each other, or you get physical with somebody. Nobody drew blood. You may have a little bit of a bruise here or there, if that. But no one life was in danger. It was just a scuffle. That is simple assault. Now, or simple battery or simple assault. Now, when it comes to aggravated assault and aggravated battery, that's when you're using a weapon to damage somebody. Like, it's not like my son got a 2x4 and start going up against his 13-year-old brother's head, or was it like he took a pool stick and started whooping somebody's ass, like the story that we just recently talked about on the channel last night. I mean, he didn't do none of that. It was a push. That's all it was. A push, because, again, he was really in his episode. But, that's our life right now, man. It's You know, I should be upset and angry, but I'm past it now. I'm not even angry anymore. I hate to say this, but I'm starting to get used to hearing the word no. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's where I'm at. Because right now, I don't know where I can find a yes. Cause in this today's society, because everybody going through this, yeah, I still got my job. That's about the only positive thing I got, Mr. Claude, is I still have a job and I still got access to give you guys content. That's about the only two things I got. So I don't know if this is one of those success stories that I'm supposed to be prepping for in the future where I write a freaking biography and I blow up and make it to the top. I don't know. But this is the craziest situation I've ever been in because I have a job. I have a way to work. I just don't have a place to lay my head for me and my family. That's concrete. That's what's bothering me. Because I don't like to impose on people. And thank God for my adopted mother. I call her my adopted mother because she kind of came in our life by accident by my wife being babysitting her child and letting us couch surf. But she has her own house full of people already with her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend, which might as well say gonna be her future fiance slash husband. And you know, that's a lot right there. And then she has her little granddaughter that she's also taking care of. So you got all of these people in one household. That's six people in one house. Yeah, that's a lot of heads, you know. And God bless her, you know, she cooking breakfast for us in the morning, being cordial and stuff. And I thank God for that. And you best believe when I get paid, I'm going to make sure that I pay my way because I've always been that type of person. But at the same time, it sucks that I got to rely on somebody right now because of something that was not my fault because life came out of nowhere. And this is just something that I'm quite sure a lot of Americans go through that nobody talks about. Yeah, she is an amazing woman and she didn't have to do it, you know, because I had to really give up my life on this. I mean, I had to take two cats and give them to a rescue so they would be safe. Never will see them again, but they're rescued, they're safe. Right now, I had to give another animal that is my daughter's on to my son to watch, which, you know, I hate that I have to do that because now he has to use his funds to take care of this dog out of his new job until we find something, you know, that's concrete. I got my other pets, that two pets that's with me, the cat and the dog. That's my son's therapy animal is the cat, and the dog is my wife's therapy animal, the one y'all seen last night on the stream. But even then, trying to find a home for them is even hard because every place that we are encountering in this area, they don't accept pets. And a lot of people don't accept pets no more because that's just a new thing. Nobody likes to have pets. I mean, I'm not saying that all pets are bad or something, but I think that a lot of people have experienced people that have had pets and did not train them properly to go outside and use the bathroom properly or spend enough time with them so they don't have any kind of anxiety problems. And you know, when you lock a dog up or you don't want to deal with the dog or you just want to be one of those lazy, oh, I have an animal, and don't do what you're supposed to do with it, then it does cause problems. It does have no discipline. It is going to scratch up stuff. It is going to act the crazy. So yeah, that's why a lot of people's like, nah, I don't want those pets in my premises. And it's cool, whatever. But yeah, this is, like I said, this story of my life. A lot of people tell me, man, it takes guts for you to spill your information like this. Well, why not? Because I think the world needs to know what's really going on. Because I know somebody out there can relate to this bullshit. Somebody out there can relate to what I'm going through, waking up one morning and losing everything without your control. Well, yeah, it is a nightmare, Claude. Only thing I can see the way out of it is I'm just gonna have to keep pushing. Something will break loose sooner or later. I just know that right now, I'm very how can I put this? Numb and pissed at the same time. And it's not at you guys, because y'all guys have been amazing. Y'all been sharing my send go. Y'all been trying to help. Y'all been instrumental. I've been getting emails of people telling me different stuff to reach out to. The situation in South Georgia, in the state of Georgia, especially South Georgia, is there's not a lot of programs that are going to help a veteran immediately. That's the problem. It's not like if you were in Atlanta and you're a veteran and somebody sees you and, you know, they got you. I mean, and especially if you got a family. Especially if you got a family. If you got a family, they don't give two damns about how to help you in Georgia. I mean, as a veteran. I'm just being 100. And not only just veterans for Georgia like that, it's also like that in the state of Florida. I think it's a little better in North Carolina. And when you go up north, it's maybe a little bit better of veterans assistance. But a lot of these states is not supportive of veterans. And y'all already know how it is on the West Coast. The only way a veteran gonna get any support unless he's a druggie. Yeah, man. Angelo can relate. Yeah, everybody going through this, Angelo. It is. Everybody. And that's the thing. These companies, these housing companies now, these rental companies want people with a 650 or better. I take that back. You got to at least have a minimum of 625. I'll be nice. A 625 or higher to get into a rental home, especially in the South. You got to have a 625. It's no if and buts about it. If you don't have a 625 and you trying to rent some of these people places, you could kiss it goodnight. Yeah, exactly. Boom, boom. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm being 100. If you don't have a 625 or higher, you will not get a rental house right now in America, especially in the southern regions of America, because that's how these companies operate. And I know you started sit and said, now, here's the thing about that, Devin. Even if you have a 650 and you can get a damn house, nobody wants to buy a house right now because what we talked about recently on the channel that's going on with the rates, the average person that got average credit is now paying between 7 to 8% for a mortgage. 7 to 8% for a mortgage. So think about that. That's good, Claude. I appreciate it, man. Well, man, I got no other choice, bro. I mean, I got too many people that depend on me. Yeah, I was pissed off last week about it. I was sad, but I got too many people that depend on me. I have a wife that needs me. I have a son with special needs that need me. I have you guys that need me. I have a mother that, poor, bless her soul, in poor health, trying to do the best she can to be there for me, even though she is almost 1,000 miles away. All I could do is just stand on my own 2 feet and do what I got to do. I mean, I just gonna have to keep going. Something to break loose. I mean, this is just one of them storms that sooner or later it's gonna blow over. I just gotta do what I gotta do as a man and make it work. Um, you know, I know that right now, my wife and I are hoping and praying that we can get over this hump. I mean, I got another financial thing coming up, hopefully, if everything works out at the end of November. But I don't want to stay with my adopted mother to the end of November. That's 30 days. That is 30 days. I don't want to give this woman 30 days of looking after my family and me for housing. Even if I am paying her something, it sucks. I don't want to do nobody like that. And believe me, I'm not excited living there. Okay? Because right now, I have to sleep on the couch and I can't even, and I'm an older man now. I'm not, being a dude that's 6'11" on the couch, you can't do that no more, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to literally buy me a blow up mattress thing to stretch my body out. And I got to keep my body healthy because the job I do is very physical and demanding. So that's just what it is. I got to keep my body together. So I got to do what I got to do now to invest in my body to keep it up. And these are the other things that people don't understand what I have to do. So when people see me out here hustling like this, people think that, or see me put these supports and stuff out here. I'm not doing this to be cute. I'm doing this because I'm really going through something. And it's fact. I don't have time to bullshit or scam or grift people. Because if I was in the grifting business, I'd be grifting every fucking chance I get. And I don't have time for that because we already know what happened with grifters. They get found out, and what happens to them, people don't have no time for them. Now, here's the positive thing I do have. To tell y'all. I know a lot of people told me get a Venmo. I do have a Venmo now. That works. I will put it again and post it on my community page again so y'all can donate to that because I know a lot of people say they got Venmo. If you don't have Cash App, because I know a lot of people don't want to donate through Go Send Go or don't know or don't feel comfortable. You don't have Cash App. I can give you my Zelle account. I think you can donate through Zelle. I'll try to find the way how to share the Zelle link so y'all can do that way. So anything that y'all can help. And man, let me tell you something. If you donate nothing but 50 cents, that's a blessing. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's screaming, "Oh, you gotta donate this." Listen, if God put it on your heart, you want to donate and help my family, that is fine. If you can't do it, I'm not upset. If you share my story, that's great. If you know some resources to where that that can legit help me or whatever, that's great. That's great. I'm not gonna sit here and be one of those YouTubers that's full of shit because a lot of these guys like doing that. They like to want to make people how can I put this? Have a heart towards this situation. And I think that's wrong because you don't never make nobody do shit, okay? People either going to do it if they want to or not. And it's just how it works. And until people start understanding that, that's why a lot of us as YouTubers get looked at as scammers and shit like that. Well, Claude, what I'm going to try to do is take the donations and save it so I can have whenever I could get into a place, I could just get into it. That's my goal. I don't want to take this money and squander it on some bullshit. No offense to you guys. The only thing I'm using this money for is for food to put into my adopted mother house to make sure she don't have us going through all her food that she got. God bless her soul, and she's been loving for that, but I know she's on a set budget. And also too, making sure that I have the gas and resources to if I need to go to work, if she can't take me because of her health or because of my wife's health who just had surgery, I have cab or I have my coworkers I could throw a little bit of money to get to work. And thank God cabs are not that expensive in South Georgia versus where it would be if I was in up north. So I have a game plan. So please believe that. I have a game plan to sustain. I just need to be able to make sure that I stick and be disciplined enough for that game plan. And that's why I'm doing what I do. She said, I just became a father recently and I really want to give my little boy a good life. No, Claude, I had to give that back, Claude. I couldn't afford that. I mean, when my wife's money got cut, everything had to go back. I mean, bro, and it hurt my soul too because it was a reasonable payment. I could afford. It was a $500 a month payment, but I had to let it go back because when that happened, I lost my access to maintain insurance. I mean, bruh, like I said, when they cut my wife's money off, that cut me deep, bruh. That really did. And then they started garnishing my check. Whoo, Lord have mercy. So think about that. They cut off $800 a month. Plus, I'm getting almost $300 taken out my check every 2 weeks. That is $1,400 of income snatched out of my everyday resources to breathe. So I went from having having an extra $1,400 a month of income to play with to now I'm I'm hurting. I'm hurting. I'm hurting bad. So that's just how bad it went. It went from having almost 4 grand. I went from having 4 grand a month to now I'm barely at 2 grand a month. So you do the math. That's almost $2,000 I lost with the income loss of my wife's check, not to mention my check getting garnished. Thank God I'm going to school. That's keeping me somewhat above. But if it wasn't for that, I would really be hurting. So yeah, man, it's very interesting, very, very interesting. But I'm gonna keep up the faith. I'm not gonna sit here and complain, cause like they say, if I complain, who the fuck gonna hear it anyway? You know what I'm saying? So all I can do is just keep my head up and everything. But yeah, I just want to give y'all an update. I will probably work on some shorts tonight to spruce up both pages, my normal page and backup page about news. I want to give a shout out to everybody that is still trying to support me, man. I appreciate y'all. Again, get with Devin. Devin will tell y'all the link to send me go. I will make sure I post it into the chat as well as soon as I get a chance to get home. Please like, share, subscribe, and anybody want to leave a comment, please leave a comment of encouragement, okay? I just deleted a comment from a jackass to try to say I was like a bum. Oh, you begging. You ain't got no job. Let me tell you something, bro. I ain't never begged for shit. So let's get that straight. I've asked. I don't beg. See, begging is, come on, help me, man. Come on. You know you can help me. That's begging. Asking is, hey, y'all, can y'all please help me? Because if you can't, don't worry about it. And not besides that, I didn't even set up the donation. My followers set it up. So if you got a problem with her setting it up, you take it with Devin. And I don't think you want to go that way with Miss Devin, because I'm quite sure that she's probably, just like the rest of us, is going to put you in your fucking place because you're being retarded. Okay? So I wouldn't go there. All right? My followers know who I am. They know who I stand by. They know what I'm about. I am an open book. I'm probably the only YouTuber that use their government name and ain't scared. So you do the math. That means I don't give a shit. I ain't scared. Okay? I ain't got no time to be no aliases. This is me. I'm not going to portray myself as another name. I ain't going to do none of that. This is me, government-wise, Joshua Joel Davis, known as Joel. Okay? You can either be for me or against me. That's all I can say. And if you're against me, God bless you, because you're just giving me more energy to overcome. And that's just where I'm at. But anyway, please like, share, subscribe, as I said before. I love you guys. Take care of yourself and don't take life for granted. And I'll probably have some more content out sometime this evening on the shorts. Until then, I'm out.